करारविन्देन पदारविन्दं मुकारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं वटस्य पत्रस्य पूतेशयानम्
वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचारूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. So we saw the entire. So Shri Krishna is actually clearly saying that the Karma Yoga is something like the Yajna. Yajna is like what you just, whatever you do it for upliftment of society. Short-term pain, but long-term gain. When you chant Loka, Samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu, you literally have it in your mind that everybody in this world remains at peace. Not just with you. And similarly, it's like the attitude of the grandmother. When she has to cook for herself, she will cook only maybe one dish, maybe khichdi, maybe something like that. But when she has to cook for her grandchildren, she lays the table with lots of items. She likes to do things for others. She likes to do things for other people. So this is what is called yajna. And it says that all those people who do not follow, who follow this, they will be paramagati. They will be merging into the consciousness, the God consciousness. They will have this God consciousness that they will merge. And what happens to all those people who follow this? On this path, every single desire of you will be fulfilled. And when that is also happening, what do? It's like a bonus. It's like something like you get bonus, Diwali bonus, you get bonus. Then what do you do when you get this? Again, distribute and give it to, otherwise you will be called a stena. You will be like a chore that you did all this, you got all this, and now you're keeping the interest with yourself. It says just sacrifice is God. God sits in sacrifice, like how a mother sacrifices a seed, sacrifices similarly in your life. Learn to sacrifice. Learn to do things for other people in your word, in your mind, and through your, through the service of your body. This is what Sri Krishna is saying, that Nishkam karma is something like that. Like you follow this route. And all those who do not follow this, then he says that they will be punished. They will be punished. Saying because this, it's not you, me. At one level, we are all different, but at the second level, we are all the same. There is no difference. The same consciousness runs through you, the same consciousness. Like you see one leaf away from the second leaf in a tree, but surprisingly, they belong to the same tree. If you are going to pluck all the leaves, the tree will also die. You have to remember that. So we are there is, like in a forest, if you read this in a forest, there is all the trees are connected with some imaginary line called mycelium. So they are all connected in mycelium. So if one tree is losing nourishment, so the other tree from the same forest will supply nourishment to the tree to remain alive. This is a recent research which a scientist did on a forest, and says everything in this forest is connected. If one tree has some fire, it alerts all the other trees that it is on fire, and then all the other trees produce that kind of waste that it can protect the forest. Here, this intelligence to understand this is, he says that by sacrifice you get this, and by sacrifice you achieve all that you want. On the path you achieve all that you want, which will help you to sacrifice more. So then he says today, Yagyashishta santo muchyante sarvakil vishai Bhunjate te tvagam papa ye pachyamtatmakaranat. So in the first line, he says Sarva Kilbishahi. All the Kilbishi would be like all the impurities. Here I would say impurities, but the text says all the sins that have been done. These great people, the Santo, the Sarva Shresh people, they perform all their actions like Yagya Shishtanis. They perform all their actions as Yagya Shishtashin, which means that they are in a state of sacrifice, always in a state of sacrifice. And that is why Uchyante Sarva Kilvishahi. They are completely freed of any sins. They have no impurities or path that that touches them at all, because they are living in a life of complete sacrifice. Second line, Vuinjate te tvagam papa vipachyantyat vipachyantyatmakaranat. And here he says that Pachyanti is like all those who cook food, Atmakaranat, all those who cook food only for themselves and only for their sake. Atmakaranat, like me, I, me, I, what will happen to me, what will happen to me. These people, what happens is, they just burn in the fire of, all the sins. Vinjate te tvagam papa. They have those sinful ones who cook for the sake of nourishing their bodies alone, partake of sin only. Papa is called sin, pap, that is what it is saying. And Tvagam papa means that the paap ke इस फायर में ही चलते रहते. They are just in this, they are always in path. So if you are living a life, so when you see a saint and you see that how come the saint is not getting upset, why the saint is communicating, he's transacting. When he's transacting, the saint is transacting. Like when you are going to talk to somebody and somebody talks to you, so there is a response and there is a call and response is there, and this makes it a karma. Karma is not something which is an action, it is the intention behind the action which makes the karma happen. So here, that is why he is saying that this saint, he lives a life of sacrifice, complete. So no impurity touches him at all. On the other hand, a person who is only all the time man, me, all the time, only about himself, this person is swimming in sins. He's like, he is swimming in the sins. So this is, here more, I feel now this is complete description of what is good and what is bad. This fight we always have, what is good and what is bad. Is this good action? Is this a bad action? Here he has completely described this, that any action done with a state of sacrifice in your mind is a good action. Any action done with a state of selfishness in your mind is a bad action. It is completely described here. So similarly, if you see the doctor has a knife and the smuggler has a knife, both of them are going to touch the other person with a knife. There is going to be blood coming out from the other person completely. The action is completely the same, but in one action, the doctor is Santo. He is doing it as a state of sacrifice for helping the other person, and the other one is doing it as an intention of selfishness to get more from the other person. In this case, clearly did see that what is good and what is
Shankar Krishnam Vande